and aloha from Hawaii. I'm sorry if my face is a little shielded, but you know what? I'm on my lanai out here. And today we are going to be talking everything tropical. So I hope you guys can hear me very well. And I hope Miss Kelly is over there working her magic on that side. And not sure if she's joining me or not. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. You
Hi,
never
Witch
know.
Jodi. I was just going to be secretive and let you go with it, but I'll jump in.
Hey, we got to have somebody to hang out and talk with us. Are you hearing me okay?
I'm hearing you okay, and I'm actually going to I'm going to manage comments. So anybody that is on your page that wants to talk with us and talk with you live from Hawaii, I will bring them up and you can answer questions and do whatever. So everybody,
I would love that.
okay, let's do
I
it.
would love that.
Okay,
So,
first of all, just for the rest of us that are on the mainland dealing with craziness, shoot some aloha to us.
aloha. And I send you much rain, or not rain. We don't want no more rain over there. I'm sending you much love and sunshine and warmth from the great, beautiful island, the big island of Hawaii. I have been here since the 21st. It's been fantastic. Let me tell you, my kids were all here with me. They were supposed to go home Sunday. They didn't go home. Got to the airport. There was a kerfunkle. They ended up staying until last night, but they flew out last night. My daughter and my son and True, who is a housemate of ours, and my grandson all made it home. Really rough turbulence going home because of the storms you guys are starting to experience. So my daughter was not a fan.
Oh, I
She
bet.
was not a fan at all. But I am sending you much love and warmth and some beautiful sunshine. It has been absolutely fabulous out here.
I almost feel bad for you. No, I'm just
Matter of
kidding.
time, I would be here permanently. But I am here with my, okay, help me out. I practice this. Who, oh boy, I can't say it now. Say it again. Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. Kelly can say it better than I can.
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono. And this means
I
you're
love.
asking for forgiveness. You're
Yep.
asking for thankfulness. You are
Yep.
stating, I love you. It
Yep.
is all about forgiveness and thankfulness, and I love you, and I'm sorry. And so I truly embed that mantra into my soul. I can't pronounce it in the Hawaiian language, and I apologize. I'm working on my phonics. We'll get there. Um, but yes, so I thought I would come on today wearing this beautiful lei and telling you a little bit about it. So
Is that an orchid lei?
this one here is actually a plumeria. It is not an orchid. This is a plumeria. And I don't know that I can get to the camera well enough for you to see it. It probably is hard.
I wish I had smell vision.
It's actually plumeria. And they do not give you a lei when you land in Hawaii anymore, just because it's expensive. Number one, these are hand strung by Native Hawaiians, and it takes time, and of course resources and whatnot. But I found out some very interesting factors about the plumeria plant. One of the things that I thought was really fascinating in history, it is not native to Hawaii. It was actually a botanist from Germany that brought it over, and it just, with the volcanic soil over here, it grows like a weed. It's fantastic. And the fragrance, you guys, there's just no words for it. It's absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. But when it was brought over, the royal family loved the smell of it so much. Only the royals could wear it because of the scent. They wanted to keep it just for them. Now, everybody wears the leis nowadays because, the royalty here. I got to say, I think it was last year, like November of 2023, that when my husband and I were over here, the very last princess from the Hawaiian family chain, from King Kamehameha's family, the last descendant, passed away. And well, please don't quote me on this, but I want to say she was like 102, maybe.
Got a girl.
She was, how old was she? She was up there, but she never married. She never had children. So that was the last of the descendants from King Kamehameha. So she's gone. So now everybody wears them, and they've been wearing them for quite a few years because the royalty does not run the land over here anymore, since it became a state many years ago. So I just thought that was fascinating about the plumeria plant, and they're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. Um, and I tell you what, when you wear them, you feel beautiful. It's like a little self love bringing in, but medicinally, it has a
Yeah,
lot.
let's talk about medicinally, because I have a feeling there's some magic there.
Oh, there's a lot of magic, Kelly. So first and foremost, this is an anti-inflammatory, my favorite drug of all choice, anti-inflammatory. So we have the anti-inflammatory properties. You can make these beautiful, I'm going to take it off, but you can take these beautiful flowers and you can dry them. I'm trying to do it in the sun so you can see them a little bit better here. You can dry these and you can make them into a tea. After they're dried, you could turn them into a tincture. You can use the essential oils of them. You can do so many different things. You can turn it into like almost like a pumice or a poultice and create a salve out of it. So there's so many different things that you can actually do with the plumeria. I do not carry this one at my store because I have not found any, and of course I'm super organic, as you all know. I'm going to keep losing my hibiscus up here, so I'm going to play with that. I apologize.
Yeah, just let
Stick it up there.
There you go.
Okay, we're going to stick it behind the glasses.
I would stick it behind the glasses. That'll help.
That seems to be the way it works the best. But the plumeria, yeah, it actually is a wonderful thing. And another thing, on top of being an anti-inflammatory, this particular flower actually is an antispasmodic. So ladies of, the certain age of menstrual times, the tea for this, helping with that cramping, the menstrual flow, that kind of stuff, it really does help. It is also being studied currently, because there are properties to help cardiac. And, my PAPS is being a cardiac nurse, was a critical care cardiac nurse many, many years. So, that's my passion there. So they are doing these studies, and what they're learning about this is it can drop your troponin levels. So troponin levels elevate when a person is having a heart attack because of that smooth muscle of the heart. And so it does help with that. It actually drops your blood pressure, those of you who have bad blood pressure. So getting a tea with this wonderful herb in it and floral in it can actually decrease your blood pressures. Again, any type of herb, always double check with your, general practitioner, because certain things can be a no-no with medications because of bleeding tendencies or clotting tendencies, that kind of stuff. So do double check with that. But if it's lowering your blood pressure and it's helping with your cardiac, that also helps to reduce your stroke, possibilities. So there's a lot of wonderful things with this beautiful, beautiful.
Well, and if you think about it, and you're wearing it round like in that area, so think of the healing of just by wearing a lei.
Yes, absolutely. And another thing too, people do is instead of wearing it around their neck, you will see women wearing it as a bracelet, especially if you're going to a luau. They do an awful lot with taking the lei and wrapping it as a bracelet around their wrist, because they're telling stories when they do the luau and doing the hula. They're telling stories with their hands and their feet. So they utilize that. They also will utilize it as a crown and wear it, on their head as a crown lei. And I'm sure I look goofy because all I see is a black screen in front of me.
I'm not telling anyone.
That's what it looks like. We can go like this and it might look a little bit better, but yeah, so that's what you can do with these beautiful, beautiful pieces. But we're going to move on from the plumeria. I wanted to talk about this beautiful hibiscus. And a lot of times you see it's a plumeria behind the ear, or you'll see hibiscus, you'll see azaleas. It's just about any kind of a floral out here you'll see behind an ear. And I want you to pay attention to this because there is a story behind this. So with my cute little hibiscus that is not cooperating with my glasses today. There we go. So with my beautiful hibiscus here, now this is behind my left ear. So when I'm coming across you, it may look like it's on the right, but you can see that I got my wedding rings here. So left side wedding ring. Did you know when you have a flower tucked behind your ear, it actually represents something. I'm sorry for the wind kick up, guys. But with this flower here behind my left ear, this represents that I am in a relationship. I'm either married, I'm dating somebody exclusively, I might be engaged. And my husband's over here saying, what's his name? I'm going to kick his hiney. So, but anyway, but that is why you will see women wear that on the left side. If you see a lady wearing a floral piece behind the right ear, that means they are single and they're out and they're looking for a special someone. So I thought you might really enjoy that. So when you're at home and you're tucking flowers behind your ear, make sure that you're tucking it behind the proper ear because you want to be doing it in the right way.
Have you learned the toothpick trick? Take a toothpick and stick it through the middle, whether it's a plumeria or the hibiscus, and then it'll go behind your ear and stay much better.
Well, next time I get myself some toothpicks, I'll do that. But I don't have any toothpicks here.
I'm sure that in your condo, you just don't have thousands of toothpicks laying around.
I wasn't thinking about it. Drinking a little coconut water because, you know, in the spirit. I'm not trying to advertise, but I happen to like the coconut water out here. But yeah, so in hibiscus, you guys, you've heard me talk about, I've actually written an article about hibiscus for the Edge magazine. Huge anti-inflammatory, pain. You know, I'm all about the pain. I'm like the pain queen. What can I do to help with the pain? Arthritis, you know, whether it's rheumatoid or even osteoarthritis, but it will help with that. You can do it in a tea. Again, you can make it into a salve. You can make it into a tincture, whatever is up your alley that you like to do. And the hibiscus is fantastic for pain. It's great for gut health. So a lot of this is going to drive me nuts. I'm going to just take it down, guys. It's going to drive me crazy. It helps with the gut health. It kind of regulates things. So if you've got a little bit of that IBS, think about it. And you know, your bowels, right? Inflammatory. So it's inflammatory bowel syndrome. You can actually decrease that inflammation in your tummy, and that's going to help you feel a lot better. So you can move things through and clean yourself out a little bit. It's not necessarily a diuretic or like a Dulcolax type thing to make you go, like, you know, to go to the bathroom. But it will help just gently move things because it takes the inflammation out where things can process and move through your system better. So I want you guys to think about this. All you guys that are out there taking the N1G1 drugs, so the Ozempic, the Wegovy, the Zepbound, all of that kind of stuff. When you take that medication, whether you're doing it for weight loss, or whether you're doing it because you're a diabetic, you are going to have that medication slows your gut down. So the peristalsis, which is like that constant wave like this in your tummy, it slows down. When it slows down, you don't poop very much. So you feel kind of yuck, right? So this will actually help that move through a little bit better. You don't feel so nasty. Again, why I like to drink my coconut water, it keeps things flowing because my diet is different out here than at home. One of the things that my daughter said to me when she was out here, I feel so much better, Mom. I don't have gut issues out here like I do at home. And I said, gee, Bailey, I wonder why that is. She says to me, I'm thinking it's the food. I said, it's because you're eating natural food that's not any kind of preservative in it. You're not eating fast food out here. We're eating veggies. We're eating fruits. We're going to the farmer's market and actually getting the organic stuff and cooking it here at the condo and eating it. A lot of fish. I eat a lot of fish out here. I'm a seafood junkie out here. So we're doing stuff like that, staying away from the beef and whatnot. Now the pork out here, the lau lau pork, which is they cook it in a pit. And oh my God, it's to die for, but I can't eat pork. So I always, like, when my husband has it, I'll have like 1 or 2 bites because I don't have a gallbladder, so my body can't process it. So, but it's yummy. But the hibiscus, again, will really, really help with your tummy. Now, the hibiscus is It is actually native to the Americas. So you see a lot of this down in the Caribbean. You're going to see it in Mexico, South America, Venezuela, all the southern parts. And the beautiful thing with these are there's so many different colors that you could do. The native one, there is two that are native here to the Hawaiian island. It's a white one and it's the yellow one. And later today, I've got a picture that I'll post out onto my Facebook page so that you guys can see it. The yellow ones, the natives will take and pick these yellow ones and they will go put them in places of honor to give homage to their ancestors. They're at Rainbow Falls at this beautiful tree. Is it a banyan tree, Jake? What is the name of it? Banyan tree. It's a big banyan tree. It's huge. And so at the base, they've got like a little altar and they've got these beautiful yellow hibiscus placed out with some different varieties of palms and whatnot. So it's gorgeous. So it's a lot of ancestral honoring when you're looking at the witchy side of the world. Your hibiscus is a great honoring for your ancestors. Put that on your altars. You can do it during different times of divination. It's a great thing to utilize. So there's my little spiel about my cute little hibiscus. So
That's fantastic.
So far, Kelly, is there anybody reaching out? I can't see it. So
nope, don't worry about it. I just did a little call out to see if there's anybody. We do have a bunch of people watching, but they kind of seem bashful and not wanting to reach out. So,
oh, don't be bashful. I promise I don't bite.
I know you're
just send you lots of love.
I know.
Well, then I've got this. Look at this. Is this not gorgeous? I have another one, and they're just so pretty.
They're just gorgeous.
So I got my little glass of water over here, just chilling. I'm going to reach behind it.
So how's the energy of the islands? Oh, here we go. We're getting check-ins now. See, now people are.
How
are the energy of the islands? How's that?
The energy has been a little different this time around. We got here. You get here with the hustle bustle, and I think the energy was a little different because of my kids. My daughter is very nervous with flying. So, with that being said, getting here, she was a bit, kind of kerfunkled a little bit. And just getting everybody together. Once we got checked into where we needed to go, everything just kind of went boom, and it's just beautiful. I always feel at home here. The energy's here. Kelly, you've been out to the islands before. It is a different vibe. Everything is a little slower pace. You do not feel rushed. There's more self-care, more self-awareness here. Pele has definitely been putting on a show. She was, I tried to get everybody up the other night. I'm like, oh my gosh, Pele's erupting. She's all, excited. Let's go. And everybody's like, we're too tired. And I'm like, dude, because it's an hour and a half drive to get from here to over to the active volcano.
Got it.
And so they didn't want to go. And they're like, we'll go first thing in the morning. So I'm up at 7 a.m. Like, let's go. Yeah, she was done. 12 hours she did. I did notice this morning she's spitting a little bit, and it's going to go off, between today and the 7th or 9th. So the next couple of days, she's going to be more active. So we are starting to see it. We've had fog here, it's like smog, but it's volcano gases mixed with the wind. It doesn't affect us down here where my condo is, but it does affect the higher elevations. It's a bit more foggy up there. But Pele, I love Pele. She's fantastic. She makes herself known, but she's just kind of like in the floor right now. If she starts spurting, my husband and I probably will go up. We had the opportunity in 2021. She was spitfiring for quite a while. And I, love it. I absolutely love it. We got to go see it. It's something to definitely see if you get a chance in your lifetime. But, again, proceed with caution. If you've got respiratory issues, it might not be the best thing to be going up there and doing that kind of stuff. If you are, any kind of cardiac issues, because that breathing is going to affect you, just be aware of that. But other than that, I'm just in my vibe here. I listen to my little lovebirds. You guys can only hear the wind, but here, watch this. That's my backyard.
Oh my goodness.
Because we're on a golf course. And I'm gonna lift. I'm sorry about the movement, you guys.
No, it's
If you
okay.
look kind of way in the back, you might
Yeah.
be able to see a little blue. I don't know that you can, but that's the ocean. So I'm off of Bay Beach. That's where we stay. We're in the Waikoloa Beach Resort is my condo complex. We're next to Montalani. If you guys happen to know the island, I'm kind of north of Kona, northwest of Kona, about 25 minutes or so. So it's an easy drive to go into Kona, go grocery store and stuff. But we have everything right around here too. My husband and I like to go up to Waimea, and then we also like to go up to Have. Have is, they believe, the birthplace of King Kamehameha. So we really like spending time with the local culture and kind of getting away from the area down here and just do pool time. So we did a lot of pool time with the baby. We went to Hupuna Beach, which is an absolutely stunning beach, but I'm going to tell you, it has been windy for that. When we were there was an injury. They were telling people, hey, you shouldn't be in the water unless you're a strong swimmer. And an elderly man went in and unfortunately got knocked down and had some kind of a spinal injury, and they hauled him off while we were there. A few days before that, I want to say like the day before we arrived, or maybe the day we arrived, there was a really bad undertow and 3 people were taken out. One drowned. The other one, they did retrieve from the water and did life-saving procedures on him, and he lived. He was younger. He was, I think, in his 20s. So thank goodness for that. And he's recovering he was recovering in a hospital. I'm sure he is home by now. But yeah, so a lot of different stuff going on out here. But
You also had a major full moon while you've been out there as well.
actually, new moon. It was a new moon.
Oh
New
my
moon.
goodness.
Full moon is coming up. I can't remember. It's oh crap, you got to go look at my page, you guys. I think it's the 14th or 15th. In fact, I have Crystal coming in doing, it's a lunar full moon. So it's going to be huge, and it's in Pisces. It's going to be crazy energy. If you can go book your time. We actually opened it up. She's doing a full ritual for the lunar new moon. I mean, this is the magic you want to enhance, and it's got sound bowl healing in it. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. So definitely book it. I think it's $30. Hi, Maureen.
Maureen says hi, and she says it's the 14th.
It's the 14th. Thank you, love. Hey, Jake, could you grab that for me? I lost something. My azaleas. I was going to show you my cute little azaleas. But yeah, so that's the next full moon, and it's going to be quite the thing. I will be home. I'll be very tired, but I'll probably be there and helping with it. So, but I wanted to show you guys some azaleas. Now they're starting to wilt a little bit, but I wanted to see if you could see the colors. You got like white and pink. They're a little bit kind of wilty because, pulled it off of a plant. Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But, azaleas too. Again, this is another anti-inflammatory, but this one also is an analgesic. So really good pain control, and it's a sedative. So it gives you an anesthesia effect. It really kind of puts you night-night, which is a really good thing for people with sleeping disorders. Again, azalea, you can get azalea tea. You can find that pretty much anywhere. You probably could pick it up at Cub if you wanted to. So, anybody can get their hands on that. But it's another phenomenal floral out here that we have at home too. But everywhere you look, Kelly, there's azalea bushes. I mean, good gracious. I mean, look down there. There's azalea bushes down around the what is that called? The place you cook, the grills. They're all around the condos. Our hibiscus is everywhere with it. But yeah, very, very beautiful stuff out here.
The anti-inflammatory.
Hard. I'm planning on doing this Sunday.
Ooh, hold on. We have a question from
Garrett.
Garrett wants to know, could azalea help with nerve pain?
I believe so. Because it's an analgesic. So an analgesic is a pain control. And so clove, which would be an analgesic, if you've ever had your wisdom teeth pulled I want you to think about this. And if the doctors would tell you you might get dry socket and they have you come in and they put clove pouches in because it's an analgesic, it's a pain control substance. So azalea is the same thing. So yes, I do believe it can help with nerve pain.
There you go, Garrett.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I get a little warm, so I have to take sips of water. Sorry, guys. Um, another thing too with these azaleas.
I'm not warm. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm, but I'm going to take a sip of water too.
That's good. We need to stay hydrated. Hydration is key to stay healthy, everyone. Hydration is key to stay healthy. But also with the azaleas, these were a wonderful, wonderful floral that the gods and the goddesses loved. Azaleas were huge for, in the Greek culture also. So pretty much all the different Greek gods and goddesses would be tuning into that. I'm gonna pull up. It also brings love, strength, and renewal. And I want to say your next magazine kind of talks about the strength and the power within. Correct? That's kind of the theme. So every single one of these florals that I talked about today are about love. They're about renewal. They are about power and that self-control. So that's why I chose these particular ones this time around, because it means so much. And when you get into azaleas, like especially in the springtime around Minnesota, when you're going to Gertens and all the different places, azalea bushes are like a big thing. They don't grow fully at home. You can pull them. I think that if you do container gardening with them, I think you can bring them into the house and they'll make it through for the next year. But different colors mean different things. So there's white azalea, which you can see with my cute little azalea here. You had some white on it on the faded piece here, but there's some white in here, and the white would bring pure. It was talked about as purity. So innocence, purity, spirituality, when you're working with that kind of stuff. The pink, obviously, just like you would imagine, love, romance, femininity, anything about, your goddess power. If you were lucky enough to find purple, can you imagine royalty, right? It's going to be about royalty, luxury, creativity, even. I would even say, and go as far as saying, third eye, working with the third eye, working with those psychic abilities, because anything purple, you kind of go with that. Red, obviously, is going to be passion, and it's going to be that fiery energy, like that kick in the pants. Let's go, let's go. And of course, with lemon, or they call it lemon, but it's going to be your yellow, anything yellow. I don't care if it's a rose or anything like that. It represents friendship, happiness, and positive energy. It's so beautiful things. You can work with all of the different colors and really gear it for your magical purposes. And when you're doing it medicinally, it doesn't matter what color it is. It's going to do the same properties for you. There's not going to be one color or another that's going to change the properties for you.
So what are some different, how is your practice different on island?
For me, I focus an awful lot on fire energy and water energy, because you have the contrast. I work with Pele. To be honest with you, if I want to really kick things up and like motivate myself, which I've done a lot of motivation out here this trip around. How long have I been here? Coming up on 2 weeks on Friday. I've done a lot of wanting to really push myself, motivate myself to level myself higher than what I currently am. And I've really worked on that for peace and for prosperity. We've had a lot of different things happening around the world, with weather and just all sorts of craziness. And I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to manifest for how I can help the community. What can I do in my practice to help everybody else? So I actually reached out to Pele when I was up there and running around up on the volcano here a couple of days ago on Saturday with my grandson. And I just sat and talked with her. I just had a moment by myself out there, just chilled, and I'm talking to her. And I will have to post some pictures for you guys. But I took some pictures and it was steaming. So the part where it kind of spouts with the lava, it was steaming, and there's this like rock formation, and it almost looked like a heart, and the steam was coming out, and it was like very emphasized, like a heart shape. And I felt like she was really talking to me, like, I hear what you're saying. I've got you. let's work with this. Let's do this together. And so that's what I did. Um, when I work in the water, I work healing because water is emotion. It's
Right.
very emotion, where your fire is very passionate, very fiery. It's that, let's do it. It's kind of, you can have the anger with it, but the anger you want to turn into a positive manner, not an anger at people, but I'm angry with the situation. So how do I grow and how do I fix things? So you do that kind of a working. And Paley is fantastic for that. In fact, if you don't know the full story of Pele, Pele was this beautiful goddess, the fire goddess, and she was in love with a gentleman named, I think you pronounce it Ono. And Ono, with this man that she fell in love with was just wonderful, and she loved him, but he didn't love her. He loved her sister,
Oh,
Leohu, I think is how you say her name. And with that being said, she turned the man into a bush because she was just like, no, you guys can't be together. I'm separating you because this is breaking my heart. And I love him so much. No, 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 you can't be together. So she separated him. And so she made him into a bush and she just broke her sister's heart. Well, she loves her sister. So how are we going to rectify this? And her sister couldn't handle it. She wanted to, basically kill herself because she couldn't live without her man. And Pele felt so terrible about it that she took her and created her into this flower that actually grows on this bush. It's absolutely stunning. It's like this red fiery flower that's on this like dry desert bush that you find around the volcano rim. And it is said that if tourists come and do like what I did and pick the flower off of the bush, that it will rain because it's the tears of Pele's sister, because you're separating the two lovers, because she rejoined them together again because she saw that they were soulmates and wanted them to be together for eternity. So that is the story of Pele and her sister. And oh no, I think is how you say his name. It's Ohno, I believe is how it's spelled. Um, and so there's that little story behind it. But she is just such a fiery, powerful goddess here. And the water, I mean, Kelly, come on, water, healing. And of
the
course,
Scene Project just popped in. They're a new viewer and friend, and they said water has memory, and that is so
absolutely it
true.
does. Think about it. If you think about memory with water, any of your haunted locations, always around water. Why? Because it holds the memory, it holds that energy from the past. Absolutely. It's really good for memory. Um,
Look
and
what Garrett just wrote. It's interesting. So how many of the myths are about gods turning others and or becoming some kind of flower or tree themselves. That's fast. That's a
it's
really
true.
good point. Yeah.
It is true. And it comes from different cultures. It's not just here. It's all over
Right.
the world. It's all over the world. It's not just Polynesian. It's all over the world. And I mean, you could go to some of the Disney flicks, right? You think about Moana, right? Because I'm out here, and how her grandmother had the shell with that stone in it, but that was the stone she had to get back over, to give it to the volcano goddess. And what happened when they gave that stone back to the volcano goddess? Because she was angry because you took something from her. And when that little crystal, that stone was given back to the volcano goddess, she basically turned into Gaia and became this beautiful, loving island full of green and floral and all the beauty. So there are so many beautiful stories, that revolve around cultures and gods and goddesses. So absolutely. So thank you for bringing that up, Garrett. I appreciate that.
Oh, that
But
was
no,
amazing. Okay, Moana, when the grandmother dies and how
yes,
at night and it shoots over and like, oh my, I could just cry.
I
Like
cry.
I'm just like, oh my gosh,
I
good for you,
cry.
Disney.
I cry. Even my grandson, he was out here. He's watched Moana, and he did not want to go home. Nobody wanted to go home. So I think that they were
Oh,
doing a little. I think my children were doing magic to stay, so they got an extra 24 hours, but they still had to
well,
go home. Oma needs time alone. Oma needs
Oma
time
needs
alone.
So is it what's on your agenda? You have another, is
Oh,
it another 2 weeks
nice.
left?
Yes. Actually, no, next week we get home a week from today.
Got it. Okay. So
So
what are you going to be
um,
doing?
I am going to hopefully on Sunday, I'm going to go to a place up in the rainforest and do a sound bowl healing meditation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right? I've got friends on the island. So my friend Brittany, I'm going to send a shout out to her. She's got a little shop here in Hawaii, and I've been working with her, and we're emailing and talking. Kelly, you and I have chatted about potentially doing a retreat out here, and so she is working with me about doing some stuff maybe in February. We were talking about cool things to do with it, and so I'm going to be meeting with her and talking to her a little bit more in depth about locations and whatnot. But she's got people like some native gals that she's friends with, and we'll sit down and we're going to make lays. That'll be one of the things. Doing like rituals out here for like maybe Imbolc, some different things. So I'm going to be working a little bit with that. But other than that, I'm walking in the salt water. I am bathing in all the beautiful nutrients of this island to take home for me, because this is my, what was it called?
Rising Moon Apothecary.
Rising Moon Apothecary, and it's in
Honoka'a.
which is what, 45 minutes from here?
Yes.
About 45 minutes from my condo.
Well, hello to them, and please, please, please be a drop spot for Edge Magazine. We'd love to send them to you.
She and I talked
aloha.
about that. We talked about that. So she will be reaching out to you.
We actually have a place in Maui, so I want to have a drop spot on every Hawaiian island that has people. But not is it not Molokai? No, that's not Molokai. Which is the one where they send the lepers, or it used to be that. It is a Molokai. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no offense to any lepers. Like, I'm all about it. I just like, sorry guys, but
my husband is saying yes, it was Molokai. My husband
Molokai.
When he was in the service, he was in the Navy. He was stationed here in Pearl Harbor. And so he spent a lot of time out here, and he got island fever on Oahu because he had not really gotten a chance to go to like the big island and whatnot. And so when he came out here, he was like, yep, we're moving there. So
oh gosh. Have you done any puddle jumping, or are you just staying on one island?
The boys did. The boys went over to Oahu because True had not seen Pearl Harbor and wanted to. I stayed on the big island this time. We do want to go to Hawaii. That is something that we've talked about. We might actually island jump over and check it out this time. Just depends. We're just going with the island flow. Just lay low, taking it easy, enjoying the local cuisine. I met up with David. I tried to do a live, I'm not good with doing live and walking in a marketplace. It was a little hard. I tried to do that Saturday, and I went over there to go get my blades that I sell at the store. And he had no more opalite. And I'm like, that's what I need. So I could reach out to him this afternoon. I'm either meeting up with him tomorrow morning or again on Saturday over on the Hilo side, which is on the other side of the island, and picking up the opalite blades to bring home. So I do bring actual goods from the island to home for my patrons that follow me that want to get different things for magical purposes. The one thing I will not bring home, lava rocks. You never, ever, ever remove lava rocks from the island because Pele gets angry. She don't like that. You don't take sand home, the black sand, the green sand, nothing. You take nothing home, or coral, because it will bring you bad luck. Here on all of the islands, those people who bring home lava rock with them, they get lava rock mailed back to them all the time because they get misfortunes back on the mainland. So you have to think about that. I'm wearing like my bracelets today. I got some new bracelets out here. Now, these three up here, I've had these I've purchased here on the island. They do have lava rock on them, but I do not believe they are native to Hawaii. I do not know where that came from.
Right.
But they've got different things with different stones for properties. So my newest one here, I don't know if you can see it real well. It's got Amazonite on it, which of course is very wonderful for so many different things. The other one has got rose quartz and Amazonite. My third one, I don't know if you can see my little turtle on it. This is a tracker. So it's a little bit different. My daughter got one with a whale shark, I think it is. And mine is the turtle, and it comes with a little QR code, and you can click on it, and it's a tagged animal, and you can see where it is in the ocean all over the world. Love this thing. So my little guy right now, I don't know how the heck he got over there. but he is actually on the southern Atlantic going to, he's in the Caribbean on that side. And I'm like going, how'd you get over there? Did you go all the way? I got nothing. I got no idea how he did it, but it could just be that, the company that produces it, it's not a Hawaiian company. So it could be, I think it was out of California. So it could be that it's just tracked anywhere from any kind of turtle that's gone through some kind of a rehab. So, yeah. So
I was just going to say it probably swam.
It probably swam. But I'm just saying, it'd be awfully cold to go all the way down around that southern tip and back up of South America. So I'm not real sure.
Well,
You never know. But they do. They go all over the place. Bailey's whale shark was over off of the Horn of Africa when we were looking at it yesterday, which was really cool. So, I think it's neat. If you ever see something like that, get something like that, do the QR code. I think the bracelets are like $25. You can get them at different like gift shops all over the place on the islands in California. You probably can get them down in the Caribbean if you go to Mexico or the islands down there. But it's neat to be able to do that because the money goes to the rehab of the animal.
Yep.
And you can see where your cute little animal is in tracking. And I think it's kind of cool. Something different,
How are the locals doing compared to the mainland? It's all cray here. How are they doing?
I'm going to say it this way. You've got very diverse political views here. Some of them are very right side. Some of them are very left side. I may have to move us in because I'm hearing the blowguyer. So hang tight. So
I'm
sorry.
curious what a blowguyer is.
They run around with the leaf blower.
Oh, got it. That's actually what I thought you were saying, but I was like, wow, maybe there's a new Hawaiian blowguyer.
Nope.
And
no,
we're going to have fun with that.
You can see me. Here's my condo. It's dirty. I got stuff all over the place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The kids
Believe
all
me, anybody watching would trade. Oh, it's fine.
But
so very diverse, very, very diverse.
Yeah,
but
very diverse. So like, again, I'll give you an idea. So like, I like half and half in my coffee. And of course I drink Hawaiian coffee out here. And my half and half, I want you to think about when you go to get a quart of half and half at the grocery store, I pay $9 for it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's at the bad place, the Walmart. It was the cheapest that I could find my thing. A gallon of milk will run you $7 up to $8, depending on where you're shopping. A loaf of bread, $9. A carton of eggs. How much did I pay for my eggs? I got a dozen eggs. They weren't that bad. I was expecting way more. I think they were 12 or 14. But the island out here, it is more expensive. I go to Costco to get my gas and I'm paying $4.09 a gallon. If I go to different places, it can be anywhere from $4.09 is going to be the cheapest at your Costco. I've seen it up to $5.36 a gallon here. So it depends on where you're going. I go to the farmer's market and I get I get a bunch of my food there. It's not cheap, but it's not as expensive. I got one big mango for $3. You could get 4 of them for 10, which is a better deal. Your pineapple, that kind of stuff, because it's grown here, is going to be better. It's going to be cheaper. In fact, right outside of my lanai, my patio out here, I actually have a papaya tree. The papayas are not ripe right now, but I can walk around my condo complex and I can pick oranges or lemons or limes. I mean, you can find them anywhere when you're out walking, and they are in a public area where you can pick them. You're not taking them from people.
Right.
We do talk to people here to ask what we can and can't do, because I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want to do the naughty thing. And so they've been very kind, and they let you know what you can and can't, because there's different times of seasons that you should or should not take things. So I get my fruits and veggies here, and they're really reasonable. And they're obviously, it's so cute because they're little Polynesian, Hawaiian ladies, and they're a mixed culture because you can tell that they are Native Hawaiian, but they're also got a little bit Japanese in them, because you got to remember the islands were very prominent for the Japanese culture, and Polynesian cultures way back when you're talking, 1800s into the early 1900s and whatnot. And so they're a little bit mixed. And I don't think she speaks very good English because she is speaking Polynesian. She is not speaking Japanese, but I cannot understand her because it doesn't really sound quite fully Hawaiian, because I do understand some of the words, but like hono is going to be family. And of course, aloha, and is, kind of a greeting, a true greeting of love, and mahalo is a gratitude, a thank you, and different stuff. And what's ono is family. Hona or hono is turtle, because I'm all about the turtles. So you guys all know that. So I know different things, but with it. So I'm not sure what the culture is, but they grow it. They grow it on their little farms, over in the Hilo area. And some of the complexes, you look at some of the homes over here and they can be really run down. I will tell you, the homeless, it's so sad. Very prominent here on the Big Island. I asked the local one day how, and I've known this for a couple of years, mind you. I asked her, I said, how does that come about? Is it just families not taking care of people? Is this like a drug situation? What's going on? Many of the homeless people are not native to the island. They come from the mainland. Two different things occur. One, people will come here to start a life. They can't make it work, fall on bad times, have no way to leave to go back. The second one, which is the saddest, I was told that many families, if you have somebody with mental health issues, and it's not even a drug issue, it's mental health issues, and they have no family that wants to take care of them, or they're just tired of dealing with it, so they don't want to be burdened by the family member anymore. They were putting them on a plane, sending them to the island, setting them up in a hotel for like a week or so, and then just basically abandoning them. Pretty sad. Coming from medical that I've done my whole life, it just breaks my heart. So there's definitely, you've got different people too out here. So I do hear a lot from Native people. It's like, we love it that you come and visit. We love it that you want to vacation here, and we want you to continue doing that. But please don't keep coming over here and building these big complexes, like the big condos and the complexes and stuff. My condo was built 1985 or 1986. Mine is a little bit older. And it's a part of the Hilton, and we have not expanded anymore. In fact, the newest portion of our Hilton here on the big mainland here, or the Big Island here, is 20 years old. Kingsland is already 20 years old. So ours have been around, so we're not growing more here, but they're building a new one on Maui, and this is very controversial.
Oh, what's happening to Old Lahaina Town? Like, I don't even get me started. What
Blue, just saying. I know. Don't even get me started on how awful it is. But I seriously,
I want to go over there with you and do some energy work right by the banyan tree on Front Street. And I just want to put my hand,
I love you, and I'll do it from the Big Island. Pele says Jodi can't go to Maui.
Okay. I believe you.
I've tried to go to Maui twice, and two
just
big kerfunkles. No, two major issues. The first one, my plane became, seriously, it was metal fatigue. It was a convertible plane, and they were looking to find me and my first husband to notify my family that we had been killed and sucked out of an aircraft. That was in 1988.
Okay.
So that was like, not going to Maui. So then my husband finally convinced me, Jodi, we got to go to Maui. And I'm like, okay, yeah, there's stuff I want to do there. And we're big foodies. We were going to go to Fleetwood Mac's restaurant, all this kind of stuff. And Lahaina. Started booking all that stuff. We had our condo here, and we started booking our stuff to go over to Maui for like a day. We were going to just spend a quick night in a hotel over there and come home to the Big Island. Yeah, we're booking all our stuff over there, and the fires took place.
Yeah.
That's Pele saying, you can't go there. So I cannot go to, I'm convinced I can't go to Maui.
Okay.
I'm afraid of it now. I'll stay here on the Big Island, but we can send it because because I'm on the side of the island, the Big Island, that on a clear day, you can actually see Maui. So I'm right there. So I'll send it from here.
Thank you.
It's very sad, but yeah, no, people who are from here, they're asking people, please don't keep coming out here and building these big complexes and taking our homes and making it so
They
expensive.
can't afford to live there anymore. So they're having,
Yes. And
it's-
that's why you are seeing, I don't know if you've noticed that, we've met a few people in Minnesota who are originally from out here and they've moved. In fact, one of my vendors that I had been dealing with who makes, Kelly, you're going to have to help me. I think it's pronounced bismuth. It's a metal that's like melted. And hi, Tamara. It's this little metal piece, and they do Nordic designs in it for me. It got to be too expensive out here for them. They were originally from the mainland. They moved out here. They were out here for like 10 years or something like that. And they couldn't keep up with what was going on here. So they had to move back home. So now they're back in Kansas. And I still work with them, but they had to go over. They had to go home. You're seeing that. And so my husband and I talk back and forth quite a bit about moving out here and like retiring. Now, when I say I want to retire out here, me personally, I want a snowbird. I want to be out here, January through March, something like that, or maybe December through March or something, just because the winter. My husband wants to be out here full time year round. I do, but I also have family at home. I've got my business. I mean, I am 57. I am not at retirement yet, but this is something that we want to do later on. What would be nice is if we can find something smaller, that was just like a 1 or 2 bedroom itty bitty condo, because this is a 2-bedroom condo out here, and and we love it here because it's a Hilton type thing. It's more of a timeshare thing. However, I would utilize this for my children to come here, or we will use it to go to Europe or whatever. But I've got, the way my thing is set up, I can be out here. So like my husband and I already booked. So next November, I'm going to be here November 3rd.
Can you receive mail? Can you receive?
I can set up.
Go get your Hawaiian state ID, because then you're Kamina, and then you get all the local stuff.
I could do that.
Learn it from the Minnesota girl. Yeah, not a driver's license, just go get a state ID, because then you flash it anywhere you go, and you've got to be able to say Kamina. Like, yeah, and it becomes very fair.
I've got, like I said, I've got local friends out here. So Mikey gets me into anything. I mean, I get like his little things. I can go into different areas that like locals can only do. So I'm already doing that on the side. But I've made friends here because I've been here since 2018 is when we came here. So, we're coming, what is it, 7 years I've been out here now? I don't know. So, I'm happy with it. We're doing fantastic out here, but it's different. Yeah, it is a little bit different. I try to think about what people need, but yeah, I want to be out here full time too. But I would really miss my family, my children, my grandson.
You've also built family at the healing center and store, and Stillwater has this great energy to it, right? So you really could have the best of both worlds.
And I want people to, especially at my place, as you can see on the screen here, I want people to come more for the healing. We just brought on another new practitioner, Erica, who you actually know, Kelly. She is starting doing Reiki here on the 16th. I've got a new gal named Danny who's going to start doing massage therapy at my store with crystals. So I got some brand new stuff hitting. So we're really pushing our energy healing right now, you guys. In this time and day, we need to do energy healing. Erica and a couple other my practitioners, Crystal, who is one of my wonderful practitioners, she's an astrologist. She does Reiki. We're starting to look at her doing full Reiki classes, so you can come and learn Reiki with us. And we've got that, and we're doing sound bowl healings. I really, really want to push how important it is for you to self-heal, because as much as we're hurting right now, we have to heal our souls. Mm-hmm. We have to heal our souls, Kelly. You know that. And I think this is a way to do it in a community. And that's why we keep, doing so many more things.
Tamara wants to talk about training with you.
I would love to. In fact, when I get home, I will reach out to you. I will reach out to you later in the week, next week, and then we'll set up a time. I'll email with you, and I'll message you on Facebook, and then I'll email you, and then we'll sit down. We'll have a discussion, because I would love to do that with you, love. But yes, and hello, Gina. I love my Gina. I've got my fun little family that follows. I call them my Salem Retreat family. I've got my little Salem Retreat people.
You can
You
tell
know,
it's 5 o'clock because like people are popping on.
everybody's
It's great. Yeah,
popping
it's
on.
lovely. Yeah.
But yeah, but no, I really want to focus in on healing with people and teaching you to how to heal yourself.
That's how we're gonna thrive, Jody. That's how we are. I don't want to. I've done a couple interviews today, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about surviving 2025. I want to
Yeah,
thrive, and
we're
it's
thriving.
coming inward. It's inward, and yes,
Because even if you're scared, even if you're really afraid of everything that's going on around the world, what I'm going to say is start here, take care of us, get away from the negative. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I like the ticky-tacky thing too. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing this. Oh my God. I had to shut that crap down because you start getting too negative in yourself. You've
yeah,
got to walk away from it. Stay informed. Make sure you're checking your resources to make sure what you're hearing is true because there's a lot of fake, false, naughty stuff out there from both sides of the world.
absolutely.
But we have to be focused on doing right for yourself. Start here, then do your family. And it's like here, doing your family, doing your neighborhood, doing your community, and you build outward. Get involved with you can do community gardens. So if you're an apartment, you can't, you don't have the grounds to make a garden, not a problem. Go to your city, find out where your community gardens are. I've got, some area in my property where I do different things, but I can't grow everything because I don't have the proper light source for everything. Like I'm not going to grow corn. Bailey's like, let's grow potatoes. I'm like, girl, I don't want to grow potatoes. They're going to take over everything. Oh, we got to grow mint. No, mint goes crazy. You got to do that in the container because it'll take over everything. Trust me, I've had that happen. But working in the community gardens, you can do your squash. You can do all these different things. Learn to can. Oh my gosh, your grandparents did it or parents did it. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. It isn't hard.
Well,
Canning,
something
doing different
we
stuff.
used to do in our neighborhood, like
Yes.
if you can grow basil,
Yeah.
rock the basil, and then
Oh,
go to your
Lord,
neighbor
yes.
who can do some rosemary
With
and
the tomatoes.
oregano or tomatoes, right? And
Yes.
and then share.
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about, the community working together. Because, if I'm growing the basil and Kelly's growing the tomatoes, and I don't know, I got Gina over here, she's growing the onions. You know what? We're going to get together and go to somebody's kitchen. We're going to do it together and we're going to cook this stuff down. We're going to make the canned tomatoes for all our hot dishes out in the Midwest, our salsas, whatever it is that we're doing. We can make our own preservatives. And guess what, you guys? It's so much healthier. And that's where we start, and you just build out. You take care of yourself first, because if you are not well enough to take care of you, you can't take care of your family or anybody else. You have to take care of you first, not greedy, just being taken care of to be healthy. Then you can take care of others and so on and so forth. And that's what I'm doing. I'm building this community. As you guys all saw, we're starting to do more of like once a month, trying to get together. Just, it's no charge. Just come, we called it the Cackle and Cauldron. Now, we're changing the name up. But Gina's been there. Maureen has been, different people have come. They love it. Anything goes. There's no such topic. Just anything goes. What can we do to help you? Where are you struggling? What can we do to help you? Can I get you a resource? That kind of stuff. And that's what we do. You do it as a community. And once you've got that community built, you make friends for life. You really do. I built this, like I said, I built this tiny little community with my little Salem retreat. I had, 7 of us that went out there, and we stay in contact. And it's wonderful because like they'll reach out to me, hey, I'm struggling with this, Witch Jodi, not a problem. I take that time, and it's like, what can I do to help you? And, I've got one of my people who, she's I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. I'm going to give you the thumbs up. She's going for her first degree through Lori Cabot. So she really is into it, and she's been talking to me. She's nervous about it. And so I'm kind of walking her through things. I'm definitely read this one. You're going to be fine. It's, you're going to make it through, but I'm there for people. And it's about building that community and taking care of one another. And then Garrett's like, are you going to do another one? Yes, I'm going to do another one.
Oh, come on, Garrett. That is the most I'm not laughing, but I'm just like, of course, like, course.
I'm
Garrett,
watching.
just keep planting the seed with her and
Yeah.
it'll be booked in no time.
I'd really like to go in August, this coming August. I got to call out there and I got to do a couple different things. I got to be honest. The one thing I'm watching a little bit with what's happening with the economy, because with the stock markets and stuff right now, I have to be reasonable about because the cost, number one, to go and what people can afford. So I'm trying to keep it realistically priced, and I'm trying to look at that for people because, let's be honest. I mean, it's a weird time. It's just a weird time, and I'm a Jackie of all trades, guys. Y'all know I've been a jeweler. I'm a nurse. I was a banker years ago before I was ever a nurse. I understand the stock market. I understand the ebbs and flows of the housing market and stuff like that because I worked in banking. Ebbs and flows. I see so many people going, I got to pull everything out. No, you'll collapse the banking industry. No. Leave your 401k alone. If you feel like you need to change stuff, go into more of a safe, do like the bonds and stuff where it's more safe. Don't go in the high yield things right now. And if you are purchasing stock, purchase it low, sell it high. That's what you do. Just let it ride out.
Things are being disrupted right now, and it's volatile, and
it's going to be a little crazy. But you know what? Keep your head straight.
Yeah.
Keep your head straight. Little waves, to go to bigger waves. Hello, beautiful one. Oh, it's my Leah. Let's rock. If you get a chance to go up to Taylor's Falls, you got to go see her at Let's Rock. She's got a great healing center up there too. She does different things. She's got a shout out to her, of course, and then the bead shop across the street with Jeff. Got great stuff up that way if you're too far north to come down to see me in Stillwater. But love Leah. But no, I just think that we just need to continue taking care of each other. It's a hiccup, guys. It's a hiccup. Most of us who are in America, we're feeling disrupted. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what side of the fence you are. We're just all feeling it. Love one another, take care of one another. We'll get through this. If there's something that's really disturbing you, you know what? Go to your city council meetings. Speak up. Go to your representatives of your state. Speak up. Email them. Call them. Do the things. You just got to do the things. We're going to get there. But it's about taking care of one another. And I think that 2025 and 2026 are going to be phenomenal. You have to be positive. Mm-hmm. You got to just get through the hump. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. It's going to be okay.
I look at here's my, and I don't speak my mind on this much, and I'm not going to dive deep, but I think disruption breeds opportunity. I believe that we are it's so funny. You just showed me, like, we're the ones in the dark with the flashlights, and we packed it, and we're in the flashlights, and we're discovering, and we're curious, and we're finding new ways to support ourselves. I also kept seeing above you, supporting our chosen family, not just our birth family, but our chosen family, because I think this is going to be a time where we're going to find and support and nourish our chosen families. And I'm seeing like Friends Thanksgiving and things like that. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that support is amazing. And then my last touching point on it is I believe we all chose to be here at this time for a reason. And I don't know what it is. Right? I
don't know how to do that so you can see me. There you go.
You're doing great. Yeah. You're like, I'm waiting for the tour.
Well, this is my condo. There's my backyard.
That's just like so inspiring.
But yeah, no, we are. You're right. We're the ones with the flashlights. We're the curious ones. We're going out there. We're poking the bear because we're curious.
We're
doing the things. We're doing the things to enlighten ourselves. We are truly in an enlightenment stage. We're in the Aquarian stage. We are doing what needs to be done to make the world a better place. Come out of our shells.
Garrett wants to know if your condo is haunted.
The one that I'm currently in, I'm good. but I've stayed in one where I saw a lady walking through and she wasn't there. So I think that you do get some of them, yes, because if you've got an older couple or whatnot that's been here a lot and staying at one and this was their happy place, like this is my happy place, why would you want to leave? So yeah, I've seen, I've felt. I usually I've seen when I've gone to historical sites, I've seen native. You know,
Oh
I've
gosh,
actually been
yes.
through it
Oh, come on.
absolutely
Oh,
all over the place.
Jody, I know you're in Hawaii, but we're having our event this weekend, and we've decided that all imaginary friends can attend for free.
Oh, I love it.
And we're going to have a chair at the front of each room that is going to be VIP Invisible Friends seating only.
Oh, I
Isn't
love
that
that.
great?
I
And we're
love
going to have fear buckets at the entrance. We're going to leave your fear at the
I
door
love that.
outside.
That's great. And if
Yeah.
I would have been home, I would have been there. I would have definitely been talking. I would have been, doing vendoring and doing Akashic healing, Akashic record reading and healing. Absolutely. So, I hope that it is. Well, I don't hope. I know it's amazing. And I tell you what, the Fae are active here on this island.
I believe you.
So true. My adopted child lost his glasses on Sunday, day he's going home.
Yeah.
Can't find him. Their flight gets canceled. I went back to the airport, got all the kids, hauled them all back here. We're walking back in, and my son goes, "Hey, Mom, look at this." And I said, "Well, it looks like it's a broken lighter. Somebody dropped a lighter outside the building." I mean, I'm not a smoker, and my family doesn't smoke. And Justin went to pick it up. I said, "It's just a broken lighter." And I said, he goes, "Okay, well, I'm going to pick it up." And he threw it in the garbage because he's a good kid. So we're trying to find True's glasses. Can't find him anywhere. He's like, "I think I left him at the beach." We went there. We went to we did all the due diligence yesterday trying to find these glasses. As we get packing up to leave late in the afternoon, yesterday afternoon, to go back into Kona, we're going to do a nice family dinner again and then get him to the airport and all the good stuff. We're walking out and Justin stops and he goes, "Hey, True, are those your glasses?" He didn't leave them here at the condo. He didn't lose them here. He lost them out on a beach and where we parked to go watch the last sunset with the kids the day that they were going home on Sunday. Next to where the glasses were found, there was a heart drawn onto the actual sidewalk. How ironic.
No,
So-
it's not ironic. It's magical.
I love it. I know. I mean, I'm just like, I think it's cool. And so I looked at True. True looked at me. We did the whole, told you there were Fae. Because he looked at me, he goes, "Did you bring the Fae here from the mainland?" I said, I don't work with them. I love them. I don't work with them personally. I love them. They're fantastic. They're magical. So they may have wanted to follow me. I don't know. And yeah, so there's that. There's that. But it was fun.
Can't make that one up.
No, and he got his glasses, and I left a little gift for him because I was appreciative to whoever, whether it was a gnome, whether it was a fairy. Like Garrett says, Fae are everywhere. They
They're
are.
everywhere. Yeah.
They truly. I did not see any Sasquatches out here, though.
They're moving too fast in between the dimensions.
I think so.
Yeah, they're just moving fast.
They
You just
do
have to
their
ask them
thing.
to slow down. Yeah, they're just
They
kind of
just
doing
do
their
their
thing.
thing.
They're also on vacation too. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. If I was one, I'd be on one too. Got to go somewhere warm once in a while, right? Or maybe they like the cold. I don't know.
Arkansas. They hang out with the crystals in
Oh,
Arkansas.
I believe that. When are we going to go do that, Kelly? We got to do an Arkansas dig.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Herkimer, New York. That's where I want to go.
Did you see Julie Seiler has like this new Herkimer diamond like necklaces she's wearing? It's like the size of a golf ball. And I was like, I need one of those. That just went from want to need like right away. So if you happen to come across some Herkimer that's big, because I like big things, because I can pull it off as a chubby girl. I can pull the big things off.
I have a new crystal necklace, and it's a good size. I think the thing is probably about this big, which is like an inch and a half long, and it's thick, and it's got a hydro in it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to talk.
I don't have it on. I left it at home, but it's very beautiful. I got it out in Massachusetts last fall, and I haven't worn it very much. But it's got so much energy with it. Oh my goodness sakes! It's a powerhouse, Cal. Like when I'm wearing it, I'm a feeling it.
Oh, I believe it.
I'm gonna try and get around where it's not so windy because
I was about to say the winds are kicking up and we're over our hour. So we should probably
Yes.
start wrapping up. We've had
Yes.
beautiful people watching. I love the engagements. Oh, wait. Tamara has a piece that looks like broccoli. Okay. I want to see that. Like,
Me
you
too.
can't drop that on the show and not like have
you be
pictures.
sending me a picture of that.
Yep.
I want to see it.
And then you're going to send it to me. Okay.
You know it. You know it.
Much aloha to you. Thank you so
Aloha and
much, everybody.
Mahalo for everybody that we're watching and supporting us. We appreciate you. Please look in. I don't have a lot of classes listed for March because shout out Paganicon, the 21st to the 23rd. I will be there and presenting two different subjects, one on mediumship and one on herbalism and kicking it up. And you guys, if you come to this one, you're gonna love it. I am going to show you how to make potions. I am going to show you how to do witches bottles and different stuff like that, how you're dressing candles appropriately. I'm going in depth. So definitely hit that one up on Sunday morning. And mediumship. That's all I have to say. You're going to love it. Walking between the veils. But yeah, so definitely do that. And then hit up our lunar full moon ritual event with Crystal. I'll be there. So definitely hit that one up. You're going to definitely want to be a part of it. We actually opened the class to 10 people this time because usually we can only fit in about 5. So we opened it up. So get your tickets while you can. So, and it's just my website. You guys all know what it is. And if not, just if you click onto my Facebook page, it's out there under events.
And your ad in the program for Pregonicon.
Thank you, Steve.
Isn't that amazing? Call it
Thank
to
you,
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you,
He's
Steve.
like,
her
right?
husband did it. Her husband. Fantastic guy. I'm all over it, man.
You're going to be able to use that in other places. Like that's like,
I'm going to be using it all the time, girl. All the time.
I was just, just again, it's aloha back and forth. Aloha back and forth. We highly recommend it.
Yeah. Aloha. And you guys, you know what? Take care. Love to you all. Thank you for supporting us. I appreciate every one of you.
Absolutely. Have a lovely one. We will see you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. I'm going to go and eat some really good food now up in Waimea.
Oh my gosh. Get a little bit of sunshine for us.
I'll bring it home.
That would be great.
I'll bring some home.
But no sand and no lava rocks. Not allowed.
Never. Bye, guys.
We'll see you soon. Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today.